Ever thought of marrying your student loan because it seems it's there for better or worse, in sickness and in health, till death do you part? It's like that unwanted guest at a party who not only overstays their welcome but also eats all the good snacks. Or the freeloader who crashes on your couch and doesn't seem to get the hint that it's time to leave. Student loans can feel like that clingy friend who just doesn't understand the concept of personal space. In the grand theater of life, they've somehow landed the starring role, hogging the spotlight, and leaving you to play the understudy in your own show. The plot twist? They're more like an unshakable shadow, a constant companion, a reminder of that one time you thought you could outsmart the system by getting an education. But hey, don't sweat it, it's not like you're the only one. There are over 813,000 others who've been in the same boat. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. It's a universal rite of passage, a shared experience that binds us all together in an unspoken bond of commiseration and eye-rolling. But what if, just what if, there was a way to break up with your student loans sooner than you think? Imagine if a fairy godmother, or in this case, Uncle Sam, could make your student loan disappear. Sounds like a fairy tale, doesn't it? But hold on to your hats, because in the world of student loans, miracles do happen. We're talking about student loan forgiveness now. What's this magical phenomenon, you ask? Well, it's pretty simple. Essentially, this is when Uncle Sam, your fairy godmother for the day, waves his wand and says, "Bibbidi-bobbidi-boo, your student loan is through." And just like that, some or all of your student loan debt evaporates into thin air. Sounds too good to be true, right? But it is. But like any good fairy tale, there's a catch. Not everyone gets their student loan fairy godmother moment. It often involves a lot of paperwork, some strict criteria, and a ticking clock. But for those who manage to navigate the labyrinth, the reward can be life-changing. Now, here's a fun fact for you. Just recently, a whopping 813,000 student loan borrowers had their loans forgiven. That's equivalent to the population of major cities like San Francisco. Imagine all those relieved faces, freed from the boulders of debt they've been lugging around, and we're not talking petty change here. This fairy godmother doesn't do things by halves. The amount forgiven can run into thousands, tens of thousands, even hundreds of thousands of dollars. That's a lot of zeros wiped clean off the slate. So the next time you're fretting about your student loans, remember there's a fairy godmother out there who might just be waiting to wave her wand over your debt. And who knows? You could be the next lucky one to have your loans magically disappear. So for some lucky folks, this fairy tale actually came true. Their student loans, poof, vanished. Are you one of them? So now that we've talked about this magical student loan vanishing act, you must be wondering, am I next? Well, let's dive into that rabbit hole, shall we? Imagine this. You're an aspiring magician hoping to make your student loan disappear. You've got your top hat, your magic wand, and you're ready to shout abracadabra. But hold on, not so fast. You need to be part of the Magician's Guild to perform this trick, or in real-world terms, you need to meet certain criteria to qualify for student loan forgiveness. First, you need to have federal student loans. Sorry, private loan borrowers, this magic trick isn't for you. But don't lose hope, there's always the possibility of refinancing or consolidating your loans. Secondly, you need to be in a specific line of work. Usually those in public service jobs like teachers, nurses, or non-profit workers get the front row seats to this magic show. But don't fret if you're a corporate wizard. Efforts are underway to broaden the scope of eligible professions, so keep that top hat dusted off. Lastly, you need to have made a certain number of payments. It's like paying your dues to the Magician's Guild. Usually it's 120 payments, but don't worry, they don't have to be consecutive. Think of it as a loyalty program, but instead of getting a free coffee, you get a chunk of your student loan forgiven. Now, isn't that a hoot? You need to jump through a few hoops, perform a balancing act, and maybe even pull a rabbit out of a hat to qualify for student loan forgiveness. But hey, that's the magic of bureaucracy for you, and remember, this isn't the end of the magic show. The education department is working tirelessly behind the scenes to conjure up new ways to make more student loans disappear. So keep your eyes peeled for their next act. So keep your fingers crossed. Your student loan might just be the next to disappear, and remember, even Cinderella didn't see her happy ending coming.